and thank you for joining us today on Take Two Radio. I'm your host, Pam, and with me today is my lovely co-host, Dawn. We're very excited to welcome our very special guest today, who is a multi-award-winning actress from film and TV, but most notably from The Young and the Restless as Katherine Chancellor. Welcome, Miss Jeanne Cooper.
Well, God, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm just as excited to be there as you are to be talking to me. So we now
we are excited.
Admiration club going
definitely.
Here. All right. You also have Dawn with you, right?
Yeah,
Who is a girl.
Here, yeah.
Dawn is a girl.
Thank you.
And Dawn.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we did establish that, didn't we? Thank you. Yes.
Listen, I'll tell you something, Dawn. What was so funny about that? The guy who was it was the comedy, Don Knotts. The guy, do you know how many people who had never seen the show, the TV show, Don Knotts thought Don Knotts was a girl. Now, I had never watched the show, and we had a group at that time who played poker once a week. And this friend of mine called me up and said, is it okay if Don Knotts joins us, for our girls' poker game? And I said, well, we've never allowed men in before. Why? And they said, how'd you know he was a man? I said, because somebody told me it was D-O-N, not D-A-W-N. And they said, we thought he was a girl. I said, take a good look at him. Do you think it looks like a girl? And they said, no, we were just taking it as a reference. They'd never watched the show. They didn't know what there's a friend of theirs pointing a joke on them.
Oh,
so it was
there
hysterical.
You go.
So, anyway.
Oh, that's a great story. Thank you for sharing
well,
that.
the thing is, we always clarify and say it's Dawn with a W.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Or as we say in the South, Dawn. We take that Southern
yeah.
drawl with it. So.
Oh, gosh. Oh, well, what's your part of the country doing this morning?
Pam is in Illinois, and I'm in North Carolina. So.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure my accent never gave it away, of course. But yeah, so it's
and we're covering all
North
coast
Carolina.
here.
We've got the weather down pat. It's raining and drizzly here.
Yeah, it was here too, but now it's getting sunny, and believe it or not, it's going to be close to 70 degrees today, but then we'll fall off and go into 38. So
and have snow.
It's Chicago. Yeah.
Oh gosh, lovely time of the year.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a great time of the year, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. So holiday time. It just reminds everybody to sort of, to sort of be a little bit closer to the people you love, and have a little bit more family time rather than who cares kind of thing. Just one reason I do like the holidays. I really do. Because it at least the family sort of thinks. Because the family today sort of doesn't think. They text instead.
That's right. Right.
I'm serious.
Well,
yeah.
What is one of your favorite things to do during the holiday season?
Oh, during the holiday season?
Mm-hmm.
During the holiday season, just sort of getting a different spirit about everything. Basically, the tree trimmings and all of that, and seeing each other's trees, and those of us who celebrate that there's other religions that don't.
Right.
But by the same token, it's what the country was sort of founded on, so we've gone along with it since I think we were Baptists in the beginning when I was a kid, something like that. Anyway, it's the spirit that I like to get going with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
Even my gardener, who I could fire every Friday of the week. But however, and the holidays, I sort of say, you'll never learn, but I love you anyway. Keep on mowing.
So the holidays is their reprieve. That is so good.
Oh. But it's a lovely time to remember what's important. I think the reminder of what it is about, what it started out to be. What it should be is it's the celebration of, you start with Thanksgiving, which is almost, this year they paid more attention to Thanksgiving than I have ever remembered in the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, Thanksgiving literally would come and go because Christmas was celebrated that stores were decorating 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. Halloween had a bigger effect than Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
There's that old marvelous, there's a postcard that's out now. It's a picture of Santa Claus and a picture of a turkey, a very angry turkey. And the turkey saying to Santa Claus, "Wait your turn, dude."
So
I think, it sort of explains it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does put it in perspective.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we all live such fast-paced lives that we don't take the time on a daily basis to be thankful for what we have or just to remind ourselves that we should tell more people that we love them and that from day to day. And
oh, boy.
And in a way, thankfully, we do have the holidays to remind us to slow down and spend time with the family and the people that matter in your life.
Yeah, and I think although, everybody says, spend, get the economy going, get it up, and so on and so forth, I really and truly would wish from, I don't know, I wish it throughout the year. That'll never happen. God knows you pray for it, but it'll never happen. But you'd sort of wish that it was less buying craze.
Mhm.
And it's almost like our Christmas cards, thank God, are still, in there in the race for surviving. But it's more than people going into debt for the entire coming year, just so they can give Christmas presents to somebody. And they suffer all year long. And that shouldn't be. I think I say that in my book.
Yes, you do.
Because it's a form of slavery. You're putting yourself in the ranks to suffer for the rest of the year. And that is, I spread it out. You're going to suffer, just suffer a couple of times, not all year long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm serious. You want to do something, then do it on their birthdays. How about that?
Yeah,
something
exactly.
If you feel you have to do it, or make something. What's your suggestion? What would you do if it wasn't this rush to go out and just buy? Children, yes, we understand. We understand the spirit of Santa Claus. We know that.
Right.
Well, for me, I wish sometimes Christmas could be like what you see out of a good nostalgic holiday movie, like It's a Wonderful Life. Where
you go.
Everybody has their traditional ways. They're around the piano singing, Christmas carols, and they're going Christmas caroling, and life is not as fast-paced where you can actually slow down and take in the season for what it is.
And you know what? You really can.
Mm-hmm.
You
Think
can.
about it, can't you, girl? Think about
that.
that.
Sure, you can. I mean, there's nothing stopping us,
But just will we do it?
Yeah, that's true.
That's just true. How society is now, but you can change it. If you really want to do that, you can change it.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'll tell you what I think is amazing. Last year, I know my son Corbin, who is also an actor.
Yeah, a very good one at that.
Thank you very much. I have to agree with you 100%. I just think he's...
I knew you would.
What are you going to say? I think your son sucks. No, God love him. He's found himself in it. He's as he said to me not too long ago. It was funny. He came up and just sat down, sprawled out, and said, "You know what, Mom? I'm comfortable in my own skin for the first time." And isn't that great?
Wow.
I said, "Thank God you got it before you died." Most people at the last minute say, "I confess I am." I said, "No, you can enjoy life.
Right.
You can enjoy life. No great expectations." Right. Yeah. And anyway, what in the hell was I going to say? See what you did. You had to go and say Corbin was a good actor, and that got me right there. Oh, God. Oh, well, the senior moment, I guess I say. It'll come out sooner or later, maybe 5 days down the line.
We all have those moments, so it's not just you.
Listen, I got to tell you, my granddaughter, the other day, I knew she's 14, And she said, I just put it somewhere, and I did. It was 5 minutes ago. I said, welcome to the tribe, and you're only 14.
That is so true.
That's okay. Listen, I tell you, this whole thing of, keep the tribe. Do you realize people are applying for schools for a kid to go to before it's even born?
Yeah.
And once they're here, play dates. And that's okay. Nothing against this, but however, a child has to be kept so busy. The reason time goes by so rapidly is that children are not allowed to have a childhood anymore.
That's very true.
They crawl, they stand up, start walking, and mother has them at this when they're 3 years old, 2 years old. A computer, Fisher is this thing. Good, here's a toy. They don't know how to work a computer by the time they're 18 months, whatever.
Yes, it's very true, because kindergarten these days is not like when I started school where you learn how to tie your shoes and learn your colors and your ABCs. You have to know all of that before you get to kindergarten now.
Oh, yeah, pre-kindergarten. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your child is a dummy.
Yeah.
It's unreal. It's totally. I remember as a child, which was marvelous. I know my mother would say to my sister, or both of us, she said, would you please just go outside and play? Oh, well, what do we do? She says, I don't know. Find something to do, but get out from underneath my feet. Mm-hmm. You want to play? Go outside. Find something to do.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that is a simple, it's a command, but it's also a command for a child to use their own imagination.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's not too much imagination today other than entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
You buy this. You buy it. It's want all the time. Be addicted to what I'm telling you to buy.
Right.
The whole ceremony of sleeping in tents and blankets and the whole thing in lines waiting for the newest little thing to come out that's going to be obsolete in 3 months after you buy it, but you've slept on the sidewalk with the store open. And then we have to have policemen to make sure that there's no outbreak and these people's delicious desire for something.
Right.
And you say to yourself, it isn't that one gets older. As one gets older, one becomes selective and really sees what's important in life, really important in life.
This is true.
And there's no learning period for the kids today. No learning period.
No.
And you just gave me a great idea for how I would change Christmas. For those who do decide to go sleep on the sidewalk for days ahead of a sale, to buy that item, to at least for a moment put themselves in the shoes of those who are homeless and sleep on the sidewalk every night and take that item to them, or go to a homeless shelter or go to a food kitchen and help out and give of yourself. I mean, if you're going to take something, you always have to give back. And
exactly.
But a lot of times that people aren't thinking about that. But just to be able to have that identifier, to say, so this is really what it's like. I think it would make people really stop and think. A lot of times.
Yeah, but sweetheart, take a look at the way why this is all happening. Is that you are being marketed and advertised into being discontent if you don't have what they tell you you're supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've got a couple of grandkids who finally have put their cell phones in their back pockets, and they don't go to it every time they feel a gas pain coming on of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
And I did something I've never done before, and it gave me great. I won't name the restaurant we were at, but we're at the restaurant, and this family they were having dinner. And, of course, they're talking about